Mrs. Newman shows anxiety for her daughter Carrie, who has been in custody for 15 days in chapter 1191. Mrs. Newman is concerned because Mrs. York might sue Carrie in the future. Mr. Newman acknowledges his wife's anguish but proposes a more calculated course of action, highlighting the necessity of hiring an accomplished attorney to battle for a favorable outcome. The Yorks, Stones, Buckums, and Lewises are among the powerful families in Wiltspoon, and the pair acknowledges their importance while urging caution in light of their combined might. Cameron, the eldest daughter, is not aware of the parents' conversation as they talk about the circumstance. She departs the villa and carries an umbrella as she makes her way to the gates. Cameron must take public transportation to get to the flower shop where she works, despite the fact that the family has a driver. She is accustomed to the journey, though, and frequently runs into understanding neighbors who sporadically volunteer to drive her. Although they are aware of Cameron's abuse at the hands of her own family, the neighbors are powerless to do anything about it. Since Cameron is the only child of Mrs. Newman's previous marriage and their biological daughter, her stepfather and mother have been advised to treat her better. Mrs. Newman, however, is adamant about Cameron's hate and has deep resentment for her. She actually wants Cameron to die. Mrs. Newman won't modify her position in spite of others' displeasure. The horn of a car suddenly honks behind Cameron as she crosses the street. She doesn't seem alarmed and carries on casually, certain that she is not blocking anyone's route. The honking continues, nevertheless, and gets closer. Cameron eventually pauses and moves closer to the roadside shrubs, hoping that by doing so, she won't be in the path of anyone anymore. Unexpectedly, the car stops next to Cameron, signaling a change in the course of events. The experience with a persistent honker makes Cameron wonder about the motives of the motorist and any threats she might meet. Now, who do you think is behind the automobile horn and what their intentions are?